You know, this retreat is for anyone who has a birth story that is making them feel like crap, that's making them feel disappointed with themselves, that makes you feel angry, that you're blaming the medical profession, that you just can't get over it. It's those stories that make you feel that you're not a good mother, that coping with life is no longer any joy. Motherhood's hard enough on its own without your introduction to motherhood being way beyond your expectations the wrong way. These stories hurt, and they hurt for a lifetime. In fact, they become really ingrained into you. It took me a long time to get over my own birth story, and it's not as though I suffered great physical trauma, but I did have emotional trauma. At the time, I had a partner who wasn't present, who really was completely devoid of the whole process of pregnancy and the birthing process itself. I was really sad. I had the expectations of, you have this ideal of the family and pregnancy being a beautiful, loving experience where, your partner comes and he puts his hand on your tummy and feels the baby move, and you make all these plans, and then you go into labour. And, I was a midwife at the time, so I'd seen absolutely stunning births. And so I expected the same myself. When it didn't happen, it left a big gaping hole. Yes, I had my beautiful baby. Yes, I was a healthy mum, but it still left this big feeling, this big pit in my gut of what I'd have loved it to be. And it took many years before I healed that feeling. And, some of you may have gone through divorce. I did. The whole idea of being a family kind of blew out the window as my expectations weren't met. So for you, I want something better. I want you to heal before you get to 60, okay? This retreat is one where women gather together and they support, they laugh, and they grow together. It's one where you'll cover processes that will get to your innermost being. You need to commit to this. You need to commit to the aligning of your energy so that you become whole again. There will be mystical and magical things that happen. There will be very emotional things that happen. But in a retreat away from life, you're all together and we're all supporting each other, holding space. And what's the most important thing is that you're healing, and you're going to go away with a sense of freedom, a sense of lightness, and a hope for the future and motherhood. It's extremely healing to be released of what you're feeling, to be released of that story. So do come along and join us in this most sacred journey of women.